Hey guys, Andy here, Andy, whatever. Um, Today's tutorial is gonna be over masking and how to use it. This is my second tutorial, and if you saw my first one, you can probably understand that I'm not the best at explaining things. But this is my second take on this because I didn't do a really good job on the first one, and also wanted to say I'm sorry if I stutter. I do stutter sometimes, and so I can't really do anything about it. But today's tutorial is masking and how to use it and what it can do. Um, Basically, a mask is a little. Hmm, it's basically what it sounds like. It's a little mask that covers up an object in the footage that you only specifically want to see. So, like, if I only want this lamp here, I'm trying to. I know what that means. But if I only want this lamp here, then what I can do is just mask out this lamp as best as I can, because you always want your mask to be good. But for tutorial, I'm just gonna rush through this because I can, and I'm awesome. So I'm just kidding. No, but like, if I only want that lamp, then I only get that lamp. It's not the best mask, but you get the idea. Um, if I want everything other than the lamp, I want everything in the footage except that lamp. I can click here to inverted, so it gives me everything except that lamp, and you can see it's gone if I toggle the transparency. Okay, so that's how a mask works, and this is the basics of masking. Um, you can mask out the whole footage by just double clicking on the rectangle tool up here, and make sure your footage is selected, and just double clicking this up here, and you can make a mask around the whole thing. It's a perfect mask, and you can do basically anything with it, I guess. You can do that, and you can give like a border, I guess. But that's just basically just subtract. It's just basically taking away from the footage that you see. This is all right here. This is all your footage, and the black is just the negative part of your footage. It's basically coming in and um and coming over the your footage. That's yeah. If I go inverted, then the outside of the footage is inside, and now the inside of the footage is outside. So it's basically flipped. Um, if you I don't know, this does. Yeah. It's the exact opposite. Like, if you go negative right here, then the footage is coming in, and everything but the footage is staying in. So you get that. I really don't know what you would do with that, but that's just how a mask works. Um, you can apply a mask to anything basically. So, like, if you wanted to make black bars, like, there's a lot of ways you can do it. There's like three main ways I do it, and one was from my good friend Doom. If you're watching this, he made a tutorial, and during one of his tutorials, he taught you how to make a black bars by basically just pressing layer new and solid and making that black, and basically just masking around the whole thing. So you get that mask, and all you have to do is click inverted, because it inverts the black, so it only shows the footage, and all of the blackness is outside. So if I click on my mask and I double click M to bring up my mask properties, I can go negative and I can bring that in. So if I go like -50, I get the negative space coming in. But you notice these black sides on the edges, because you only want the ones on the bottom and the top. You can see these. You can double click right here on one of the points and you can move that in or out. See, like that. The more you bring it in, the more it's going to cover up. The more you bring it out, the less it's going to show. So if you want black bars, you can bring that out and you get some black bars like that. You can make them big or small by just doing mask expansion. I know some idiots do like freaking mask like that. You can barely see shit. But that's one way. Two is whenever you got your whole edit and everything, and you just pre-compose all your layers by pressing Command or Control A to select all of them, and then pressing Control or Command Shift C to pre-compose that layer by moving all attributes into a new composition. You can do that, and then like your whole edit will be in here, like everything, and it'll be one footage. And basically all you would have to do is by making a mask around that and clicking inverted and I'm dumb. Never mind. And inverting that not inverting it, I'm sorry. Just subtracting the mask expansion to bring in your black bars, and then you can do the same thing as you did, but you're doing it on the actual clip. So you get that. So yeah. Let me explain the mask features you can do. So let's say I just want like this part of. Make sure your layer selector, you get the shape. But say I just want that part of the wall. Alright? I can double click M to bring up my mask properties. The mask path is the shape of the mask, and you can keyframe that to change the shape over a period of time. So you see how it's moving? Say I want the wall to stay there. I can get these points by clicking on the layer and just bringing those points over to where they're supposed to be. So if I look over here, the wall is still moving, but that is because I masked out the wall, and the mask itself, as you can see, is moving. Like, the mask is moving, see? You can tell it's moving with the wall because you keyframed it to the position that you want it to be. Right, so you can do that. The feather is basically how much you want the lightness of the edges to be. Like you can see right here that the edges are really sharp and just there, I guess you can say. You can feather those out to make it more smoother, to make it look like that. And you can also, I think, the more you feather it, the more the outside's gonna show. So you don't want to feather it too much, maybe like 1 or 2. Like the most at least is gonna be like 5. It really depends on what you're masking out. Like I know my last tutorial, I did a shine tutorial. I masked out the sky and put a feather of 50. That's because they had a large area to mask out, and there's only a little bit of pixels were affected. But if you have a small area like this, and I feathered out by 50, it's gonna be like that, and the area is not gonna be as sharp or as accurate as you want it to be. So about like 2 or 3 is good. if you want that. But usually on a motion track, they have like 3D text. You don't want to feather it out mostly. And the mask opacity, basically, whatever's in the mask, you can turn that down, turn it up. You can keyframe it too, whatever. And then the mask expansion. The mask expansion, we went through this. It's however much the mask shows out. So like that, you can bring it in too. So like maybe you did your mask wrong and you want it to come in a little bit. You can have like -5, and those pixels come in and they will cover up that part that you messed up on. Or if you want it to be out a little more, you can put it out and it will give you that mask shape, but it will bring it out more basically. But yeah, that's basically it, I guess. There's a really lot of cool things you can do with mask. You can have multiple masks on one layer. So if you have multiple masks, here, let me turn that to none so I can see. I can have this bench right here. Or whatever. And that bench, I'll make sure this is set at that too. That bench and that wall will also show because it's on one. It's two masks that are showing. Like once again, a mask is the area that you select by just making a shape. Oh my god! By making a shape, and that shape will show up. Whatever. Yeah, that's basically it. So like you can duplicate thing, delete all these masks, and it will show nothing. But these masks are still there, so you can be like, you can change, I don't know, like add some like color correction, like hue or something, and like change the color of them. So like only those parts will be affected, as you can see. Like only the bench that we masked out is changed by those colors. You see the wall is different from the others, and that will affect it. I don't know. You can do some really cool stuff with mask. But yeah, that's basically it, I guess. I don't know really what else to cover. I guess I'll just go over what I just did. Alright, mask, create a shape that you want. Create a shape that you want, that you only want that part to show. You can, oh my god, I almost forgot. I'm sorry. I'm incredibly sorry. Oh my god, if I do that one more time. Alright, let's do that wall again. Alright, we got that wall, right? Everything is showing. I mean, nothing is showing except that part you masked out, that wall. But say you want everything to show except that wall. You just press right here where it says inverted, and everything except that wall will show. I think if you just press subtract 2, that will also work. But subtract is like what it sounds like. It takes away from the footage. This one just inverts it. It's still there, but this one actually just takes away. So, yeah, mask, make it a shape that you want to show. You have those tools. Keyframe if they're moving. I know I did a really long mask on my edit called Bismatic 2. Well, it's just called Bismatic, but it was from my friend Bisma, and it was the second episode. But that intro, the 3D text, you can see that it's going behind the building and going through the glass. That took about like, I don't know, like an hour or two, just to make it perfect, because I like to make my stuff nice and neat. But basically, yeah, that's it. If you want another tutorial, just ask me, and I'll try to be more active. Just keep, yeah, just ask me for a tutorial. Maybe I'll do it if I get enough likes on this or something. Yeah, just message me on the on the comment just saying what you want to see next. I'll try to get it out there. If you want to see anything specific, I'll try. But basically that was it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.